Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to update you on this whole Rafah offensive going on in Gaza. Okay, I've got some news coming out. So it looks like Israel has a plan to move all these civilians out of Rafah, out of harm's way, so that way the IDF can move in and engage with Hamas. Okay, so their plan here is on your screen. You can see it says 15 sites, 25,000 tents each. So Israel is proposing that what they can do is using funding from the U.S. and from also other Arab nations in the Middle East, they're going to build tent sites. So 15 sites with 25,000 tents each. They're going to be building these all along the coastline of Gaza. And I guess that's where they're going to be moving all those people. I can't believe that this is even a thing. But that's the plan here. Yeah, they plan to move everybody to the right next to the water, basically, on the beach. 25,000 tents, 15 sites. Okay? So I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into this. I'm going to be giving you some more information here. So Israel plans to move Rafah civilians to 15 tent cities along the coast. According to the Wall Street Journal, Israel showed Egypt a proposal to get civilians out of Gaza's southern city ahead of a ground operation. PM's office said several plans being discussed. Amid growing international concern over the Israeli Defense Forces' plans to conquer the Gaza Strip's southernmost city of Rafah, Israel has drawn up an evacuation plan for civilians along the coast, according to a Tuesday report. The Wall Street Journal reported that the plan envisions 15 sites containing 25,000 tents each across Gaza, running from the southern edge of Gaza City down to the Al-Mawazi area north of Gaza. Of Rafah. Israel has presented the plan to Egypt in recent days, a report said. An official in the Prime Minister's office told the Times of Israel that there are several plans under discussion, none of which have been approved yet. Rafah, which sits on the Gaza-Egypt border, is the target of the next IDF offensive. According to Israeli leaders, the U.S. and regional allies have warned of humanitarian dangers of the IDF moving into the city, in which more than 1 million Gazan refugees are sheltering. Over the weekend, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledged to provide safe passage for civilians out of Rafah without specifying where the large number of people massed near the border with Egypt would go. So here's a picture of some of the people there in Rafah. It's crazy that they're going to be able to move 1 million people in a very short amount of time. Set up all these tents, 25,000 tents times 15. What is that number? I don't even know. Who's got quick math for me? Put it down in the comments. But that's going to be a lot of tents to set up on the coast. And they're going to move all these million people over there in like a week's time or 2 weeks' time. Okay, and why I'm saying such a short amount of time, you're going to be finding out here in just a moment. Citing Egyptian officials, the Wall Street Journal report said that Israel expects the camps, which would include medical facilities, to be funded by the U.S. and Arab partners. So see, the U.S. and Arab partners are going to be funding all of this. Juliet Touma, a spokesperson for the UN's Palestinian Refugee Agency, UNRWA, said on Tuesday that it had not been informed of any Israeli evacuation plan and was not part of it. Where are you going to evacuate people to, as no place is safe across the Gaza Strip? The north is shattered, riddled with unexploded weapons. It's pretty much unlivable, she said. Enough is enough. Any further escalation would be absolutely apocalyptic. So I'm wondering the same thing. Like, even if this war ends and everything is over here in Gaza, where are all these people going to go? Because no matter where they go, they even if they go back to the northern side of Gaza, there's nothing left for them. Many of the houses here are destroyed. The living conditions are just horrific. Okay, there's, just like they said, there are unexploded weapons all over the place. There's probably shells everywhere that are not even exploded. You know, there's probably bullets everywhere. Like, imagine trying to clean this place up while all these kids are trying to move back over here. I mean, where are these millions of people going to go? I don't understand what their plan is here, because I don't think they're just going to let these Palestinians into Israel, and none of the other Arab nations nearby, including Egypt, doesn't want to let them in. So where are these people going to go? The United Nations will not be party to any forced displacement of Palestinians currently living in Rafah, the spokesman for Secretary General Antonio Guterres said the previous day. Netanyahu reportedly believes that in the face of international pressure, Israel only has 1 month left to complete its operation in Rafah, aimed at dismantling the Hamas terror group's remaining operational battalions in Gaza. So see, it says right here, Netanyahu thinks that he only has 1 month left to complete the operation in Gaza. Okay, so why is that? According to a Channel 12 news report, the Prime Minister recently told the small war cabinet that the operation will need to be completed before the Muslim Holy Month. I read that, switched the H and the M. The Muslim Holy Month of Ramadan, which begins around March 10th. So this holy month of Ramadan begins around March 10th. So today is February 14th, the day that I'm recording this. So really, they've got like less than a month, or roughly about a month, to get this done. I just don't understand how they're going to be able to do all this in such a short amount of time. Relocate, 1.5, potentially 1.5 million people throughout Rafah, and move them to the coastline and set up hundreds of thousands of tents for them and pack all these people in there and set up medical facilities and do all that. And on top of that, move in and attack and fight Hamas. I just don't understand how that's going to work, but that's their plan. And they haven't even started this yet. This is not even a plan that's even in effect yet. Last week, the Prime Minister's office announced that Netanyahu had directed the IDF to draft a plan for evacuating the civilians in Gaza, in Rafah, so that the operation could move forward. The PMO announcement came amid U.S. warnings that Israel has not conducted the pre-operational planning necessary to ensure the civilians will be kept out of harm's way, and that failure to do so risks disaster. On Tuesday, German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock, who will visit Israel on Wednesday, voiced concern about the looming offensive. She said Israel had the right to defend itself against terrorism, but this did not mean the expulsion of the population. And that's exactly what they did here. And I just can't believe that this is really even being allowed, and everyone's just sitting by and really doing nothing about this. It's crazy. The Canadian and British foreign ministers also expressed concern over the Rafah operation on Monday. So, as you can see here, it really doesn't look good what's going on over here. And if you saw one of my last videos that are being put out here about Iran, Iran's putting out some videos, more propaganda videos, to show Israel that they have the ability to strike inside of Israel if they really want to. Apparently, they've got naval capabilities now using ballistic missiles where they can launch them directly from their ships and hit targets inside of Israel. So it's really getting crazy over here. And I've been saying that, when this whole Rafah offensive thing really kicks off, I think we're really going to see Iran and its proxies start to attack more the U.S., because the U.S. is really the ones that are protecting Israel in this operation down here. So it's not going to be good. It's going to get very bad down here. And I'm sure we're going to be having more information coming out every day. So expect more of these videos, more updates on Israel over the next week or 2 weeks even. So lots going to be coming out here. So I appreciate you hanging out with me and watching this video. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. And if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell, and YouTube can notify you as soon as a new video is live. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks again for being here. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.